You okay?
Any else? Any question?
Any questions? Yeah? I'd like a drink of water.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Okay, come on, talk. We're here. Talk.
After 4 months, can you invite all my class come to Australia?
You can invite
Yes, man, no
Yeah.
problem.
without airfare.
1 month, one week.
One-way ticket.
Yeah.
I think you can do it.
Yeah,
I think you can do it.
yeah, I can come, no problem.
You have a strong
Australia
attitude.
is very expensive. I hate to say it, it's very expensive.
Do you think that it's possible if they learn informal, they can speak English well? Do you think? Informants.
Do you know that's very hard?
Yeah.
I'll tell you why. In Van's case,
Yeah.
she's too busy doing other stuff, so she finishes today and she goes home or goes back to work or something, and she's speaking Vietnamese, doing Vietnamese all the time. So she has only had this small window, same with everybody, small window now to practice English, and that's it. But if it was, say there I was at home with her, or at home with you, and when you came home, we talk, but I make sure we speak English. We make sure we speak English.
Yeah.
Then the answer, yes.
That's the reason. You see, I'm just this course that we can guarantee that after 4 months, all the students can speak English good enough for the like communication.
Yeah.
That's the reason why they have to, what they have to do at home.
Yeah.
I request all of you what you should to do at home.
At home.
Nãy ông nói đó là muốn học trong 4 tháng mà nói được thì phải nói chuyện thường xuyên. Rồi như vậy là phải có người canh mỗi ngày coi có làm đúng không. Nhưng mà thầy mới vừa nói là thầy yêu cầu làm gì ở nhà mỗi ngày nói cho ông Brand nghe.
Teachers teach, my
Teacher.
our teacher teach for all. Now, after learning in class, come back home and when you go on a trip, you look around. You look one word, 2 words English. You speak. You look. You remember. You speak.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Yes.
he want our we
Request.
request our
Us.
listen.
Request us. Nhưng mà chúng tôi.
He requests us listen music.
Yes. That's good.
English song, yes. Yeah.
Because it does a comparison.
Listen and think. Yeah.
Gì nữa?
And myself, at home I practice speak again. Practice myself speak again everything in class in think. Yeah.
Good.
Học thuộc lòng xong.
Learn by heart.
Learn by heart.
Off by heart, yes,
Yeah.
yes. I admire you all, really, for doing this. Excuse me.
Even còn gì nữa? Còn gì nữa? Tự nói chuyện là gì? Nói sao nghe?
I just speak English myself at home.
Talk themselves.
Yes, okay, that's good.
Yes.
Whenever they meet anybody and talk Vietnamese, they have to
Try and speak English.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. I hope one day it's good for you, good for everybody, really. Excuse me. It's very easy for for me to sit here and speak English to you. The same as it is easy for you to sit there and speak Vietnamese to me.
Yes.
Sometimes I don't understand completely, you know. But if we can each get to a point where we can talk and we can understand each other, then I think that is good. And I'm the same. I have business in China. I go to Japan. I cannot speak Japanese, but I can speak a little. Chinese, I can speak a little, very little. But we all seem to eventually work out. I know on our phones we have the app that allows us to be able to convert our English to our Vietnamese or our Vietnamese to English. That is a tick, that's a plus. And maybe that's a very good learning skill, I don't know. But maybe, you know, if you have an app on your phone,
Yeah.
I have 3 apps on my phone that are apps that allow me to go dit-dit-dit-dit to you tweet, and dit-dit-dit-dit, and you go dit-dit-dit-dit on your phone. We show each other and we understand what is said.
Yeah.
That doesn't help the way we talk, but it helps our understanding, you know, of what it is. So that is probably another way of maybe doing it. But anyway, well done for doing what you do. I think great, good. Now, do you want me to tell them about Dinh Bien Phu?
Yeah.
Do they know Dinh Bien Phu?
Yes, they know. Yes, of course.
Okay.
He just visited Dinh Bien Phu, so he would like to talk about Dinh Bien Phu, how his impression about it.
So when I was very young, 19, 20, I was shown a video of the battle in Dien Bien Phu with the French. Yeah, maybe this is part of your history at school or not, I don't know. But I was shown this when I was 20 years of age, okay? To understand how the Viet Minh did successfully beat the French in Dien Bien Phu, okay? And it's part of Vietnamese history. So when I was 20, I didn't know much about Vietnam, okay? I finished school, I played golf, I did some study and I work, okay? But then my government conscripted. Does anyone know what conscripted means? I don't know. The government in Australia say, you, Mr. Greg, you go in the army. Okay?
That's a beauty, yeah.
You have to go in the army. Doesn't matter what work you do, you have to go in the army. So we go through all the training in the army. And then, of course, what pops up is the American War in Vietnam. Okay? So part of that is that they showed Dien Bien Phu. So all my life, I had the desire to want to go to Dien Bien Phu to see exactly how the mountains and the hills and how everything is now compared to when I saw it on a film when I was 20 years of age. Okay? You look like you're 20, not 34. Anyway, so this time I do business in China, last week in China, and then I fly to Hanoi. I stay 2 nights, 3 nights in Hanoi, and then I catch a plane and I fly to Dien Bien Phu, and I stay 4 days in Dien Bien Phu. And I look all around. I have a guide, yeah, same there. I have a guide that takes me around, okay? And I can hear little Vietnamese, talk, so I understand a little bit. But this history is why we are all here today. Okay? Very important. And I don't know whether it's part of the curriculum in the schools when they're all young
Yes, we have to
learn the history
Yeah.
of Vietnam.
Yes, of course.
And that is very, very important. Now, I could say, being an Australian or foreigner, that not interested in that. But for me, it's part of Vietnam history that I wanted to know about and understand how it worked. And now I can tick it off my bucket list. Do they know what a bucket list is? Yeah? You know what a bucket list is?
What is to
Okay, yes, yeah. So what you dream about, your dream is to go to Australia, right? That's what you said. Same. To get a visa to go to Australia. So when you get older, like we are, okay, you have a list of things that maybe you want to do that you haven't done all your life. Not to be a lawyer, but maybe, okay. Did you get that? Whoosh. Okay, it's all right. So, in that we call a bucket, you know, that you put water in. Okay. So if you don't put water in, you put a list of maybe 10 things that in your life you want to do. You might want to get married and have 10 children. Okay. Bucket list number 1. Number 2, you might want to go to Australia. Number 3, you might want to go to England. So over your lifetime, you should have a list of things that you want to do. Like a goal, like you want to go to Australia, right? And only one-way ticket. Yeah? Yeah? So all those sorts of things. And when you get older, if you can tick them all off, well, you'd be happy. You say, well, I've done everything I want to do. You still want to help your grandchildren and see that they go well. My grandchildren, 19, 19, 18, 16.
my region is 3 years.
3.
3 years. My
3-year-old, yeah, see. Yeah, mine's 19, 19, 18, 16. 3 girls, 1 boy. And the boy is this much taller than me. So he's really tall, really tall.
So
Tall
2 meters.
Yeah, nearly 2 metres, yeah. Yeah. So he looked down on me like this and he tapped me on top of the head. So you've got to learn to grow. So no more growing. So anyway, they're the sorts of things that you should have to plan to want to do one day. If not, it doesn't matter as long as you're happy. If you're happy, it's okay. But if you have, the reason you're here is to learn English. You want to do something different, yeah? You want to achieve something different. So that, or you want to help some other people, okay? Help your children, your grandchildren, or whatever it happens to be. So I encourage you to continue to do that all the time, and even after the 4 months.
Yeah. Then I request them after
Keep trying.
keep 1 year, continue practice in 1 year at least.
I have a policy, my own policy. If I put 100 stones, do you know what stones are? Or marbles, or 100 anything, 100 books, all along there, all the way right along 100. And you turn over 1 book, it's the same. You turn over book 2, it's the same. You turn over book 3, 4, 5, and you get up to book number 80 down there. You turn it over and it says, free trip to Australia. Or it says, do a new course on learning to become a lawyer, or learn to go to school and do something else, or learn to be a better person somehow. That's what I believe. I hope you understand that, because all my life I believed in 100 stones. And if something gets difficult, I don't know what to do, I keep looking, 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 and looking. And if I look for 100 things, like stones, maybe one pops up and it says, oh, I can maybe go and apply for a job in a fertiliser industry, or something I want to do, okay? Or I want to go to Dien Bien Phu, and I can go because the time is right, there's enough money there to do it, or someone asks me to go, that's one of the 100 stones. Yeah, or books. Okay? And this is what you're doing now. It's exactly what you're doing now. This course for 4 months is one of
Only
those
4
100.
months. Only 4 months.
Yeah, only 4 months. And you all have long, long time to go. So what you're doing now is one of those things, okay? And when you finish, the next one is you look for something else to do. And you might look at 80 or 90 or 5 or 1 or 10, and you turn that over. And Mr. Vu's course tells you that you've got to go to Wong Tao and you've got to learn how to swim. Maybe, you know. So that's what I encourage you to do in your life, and you will always go somewhere if you keep going, trying to do that. But if you stop, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You just keep holding your sand of the way along there, and you stay as happy as you can. For me, at my age, I keep wanting to turn over new stones because I've met all of you people today. Okay. I haven't met you before, except a friend up here. So, for me, I go back to my hotel tonight, I do some business things, but I also think about today and what we talk about, and whether someone here might need some more help, you know, maybe to get to Australia. If she rings and she says, oh look, I come unstuck with a visa here, but I need to do this, can you help me? Yes or no? I don't know, okay? So for me, today, I have a new stone turned over because I've met all of you, okay? And I know that you are trying to make yourself better people. Yep. There you go.
That's good. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your sharing.
I hope that helps you. I hope that helps you.
Okay. Yeah.
Righto? Now what are you going to do? Oh, listen, last time I come here, I'm walking up the stairs and I hear this music playing. And I thought, what's that? And I could hear ABBA. ABBA, right there. I didn't know. ABBA. So what's ABBA got to do with learning English in English? And then I came and listened, and everybody's singing Dancing Queen. I think it was Dancing Queen.
That's it.
And I thought, what a good idea, you know? So I think this is good. If you get the pronunciation right, you can have a bit of fun, you know? You mightn't sing as well as he does, or he mightn't sing as well as you do, so you laugh, okay? But then she comes in and she pronounces some word very differently, and you laugh again. But it is good. It is good because it helps you refine the words a little better every time. Yep. And it's another stone turning over. Yeah. Because it may not be ABBA, it may be Elton John, or it might be someone else, you know, singing a song and you recognise the words in there. Music is a good medium to do that. No more questions? No more questions? No lawyer questions?
Ôi giờ kìa.
Oi, no more lawyer questions? No? Don't be embarrassed, I'm okay, I'm old. It doesn't matter to me, I'm old. If I can help, I help. No?
No problem.
No problem. It's all okay. I'd like to know with the fertiliser, I really would like to know what is behind the ingredients in your fertiliser. You can tell Mr. Vu and he'll tell me another day. Okay, do you understand? Okay. There's, in English, there's a word called offal. Offal. And offal is an ingredient, you understand, that goes into a product to mix to make fertiliser. Fertiliser goes on soil to make the soil grow better rice or grow better trees or flowers, yeah? And the internal parts of, say, chickens and cows and sheep and goats, if that is no good,
cái bộ đồ lòng
Rất buồn.
à,
Rất là đau.
cái tình đó học đó.
so if that is no good,
Thì
then
bé này vô là
it's
chưa học
used,
qua cái bài đó.
is used to make up, and it smells awful, it smells all that sort of stuff.
Our company do about chemistry fertilizers.
About which?
Chemistry.
Chemistry, okay, same thing.
Chemical.
Yeah, learning to know what the mix is. Because your company could be making fertiliser that is no good for the land. Okay? And you should know. You should know. Even if you're not a scientist or something like that, it's important to turn over a new stone to find out which direction you want to go to find out more about it. Because you're working in the company, you should know. Yeah? You should know all about what you're working in. You don't have to be a problem to your boss, but you should ask questions all the time to understand about your product. If you could say to me, in there it's got chicken offal, it's got goat offal in there, it's processed through a big vat, and in that vat they add orange juice or they add some other chemical, right? And out the bottom comes some special fertiliser. You put it in a bag and you sell it, okay? And you sell it in an animal feed shop or something like that. And I hope you can understand what I'm about to say to you, okay? I have been involved in a business that is called the salt business. You know, salt you put on food,
Muối á.
okay? And part of that business is we make animal supplement blocks. Now, what are animal supplement blocks?
Nó có một cái cục, một cái khói.
So we have a big vat, like, you know, a big vat like that there, and we put in the vat vitamins, okay, and nutrients, okay, and we mix salt, and we mix some sugar, you know, the sugar that comes through, like not honey, I'm trying to think of it, it's a black liquid. Anyway, we put it in there, and then we push it hard, and mix it, and mix it, and mix it, and push it so hard that when it squeezes out down the bottom, it might squeeze out in a block this big. Molasses is what I was talking about, a black sweet liquid. Why? When it comes out in a block this big, it is hard. It is hard as that, okay? Now, when in Australia and in Laos, in Thailand, and some parts of Vietnam, they have cows, animals, okay? And there's no rain. And the ground is like this, there's no feed. So the animals get skinnier and skinnier and skinnier, okay? And then they die. Okay? These blocks are called salt licks. So the animals, if there is no feed, they go along and they go, and they lick, and they get all the nutrients and the vitamins and all the good things to keep their bodies healthy. Yeah? Right. So in Laos, 60% of their cows and animals died because they were lacking in animal supplements and vitamins and good food that they would normally get out of eating grass and eating rice and all those things in the field. Okay?
Thiếu những cái chất, dưỡng chất phụ á, supplement là các cái chất phụ ha, vitamin gì đó.
So when you introduce these blocks, okay, And they can come in big blocks, 1 tonne, okay? Or smaller blocks, depending on how big the land is that each animal is in. What they call the attrition rate, or the rate that the animals die, so 100 animals, in 3 or 4 years, 40 die because they're not getting enough food. There's no rain to grow the crops. Now, it's a long way from fertiliser, but it's part of the process. Now, when they lick the blocks, only 20% die.
I know, but organic fertilizers, the price is higher than chemical fertilizer, and the fee to import
Yes?
also higher. So they choose the chemistries
Yes?
and
Chemical.
chemicals.
Yes.
They choose some types have a lower price, but the useful is same with the organic.
Okay? Yeah. Okay. So you understand a little,
Yeah.
you know, about what I'm talking about. So that there are in Australia, I think 3 companies that make the animal supplement blocks. One is Four Seasons, the other one is Olsen's Salt, and the other one I think is a Ridley Corporation. And all of those, because Australia is a very, very big country, very big country. And there's lots of animals and some areas where desert, no animals can go. So there's many things you can learn that are an extension to your business. That one day, if you understood all of everything I have said, and then you study it and you can do it properly, the Australian company in Laos might say, we want you to work here. And if you're good enough and you work there, and you do a good job there, they say, we want you in Australia to understand how the company works in Australia. That's what I'm talking about when you turn over new stones. Okay? Because if you start to try and learn English now, and you learn okay, and you want to know more about your businesses and what you do, bingo. You know, oh, I learned about that. Oh, someone your boss knows. Oh, maybe we try you there, see how you go there. Maybe you go to Laos, see how you go in Laos. Okay? And then your boss in Laos say, look, I will get you into Australia because you're very important to Australian economy. See? Now, right now when you're young, sometimes it is very difficult for you to understand what I'm saying. But I'm an old man and I have been through everything. Not everything, but I've been a lot of many things. I've had a lot of businesses and I understand a lot about business, including law and the things that, you know, you're involved in as well. So there are opportunities out there and Asian people are very good at this sort of thing. You know, right throughout the world, there's a lot of Asian people throughout the world now because they are very good, they have good standards, they work hard, and they are important to people that have businesses like me. I have 7 companies, okay? I have had 21 companies, okay? So I have many experience in many businesses. And if I can help now, before I end up in a box one day, then I've achieved something. And that's the sort of thing I'd like to do now, especially with people that want to learn. You know, if you don't want to learn, well then it doesn't matter, you know, we don't have to talk. But if there are people like you that want to learn about things, then some of these things I've said today may help you. Even if one little thing allows you to go a bit better on in life, then that's good. Yeah?
It's okay.
Yeah? Okay. Righto. Do I have